right, man. Welcome to another episode of Black Popcorn, man, where we share our opinions and views from the black perspective, man. And on this episode, we're going to talk about the James Gunn directed Superman movie. This came out July 7th of this year, 2025. Um, grossed 326 million domestically, 277 mil internationally for a total of 570 mil, which did pretty good at the theaters. A lot of good ratings. Um,
Mhm.
what are y'all initial thoughts of Superman? Since this is basically the DCU is basically reset. They're starting all over. This
Again,
is the first entry in the new lineup. What do y'all think? Initial thoughts.
Um, so to be perfectly honest with you, I think it's a good first entry if you want to restart the DCU. You know what I'm saying? Because the first iteration, it just ain't do it for me. It had a couple good movies, but if they want to reboot with this suit movie, I think they off to a good start.
Okay. What do you
You know
think,
what I'm
John?
saying? It was better than I expected it to be.
Ah, same here. What are your initial thoughts, John?
I mean, you already know I'm the Superman fan over here. It's my favorite superhero of all time. Y'all could hear about that too. Y'all go holler at smoking section, episode 7. We
Hmm.
spoke a little bit about Superman. But anyway, I went into this movie with high hopes. The trailers, watched the trailers and stuff before it came out, and I was impressed. Like I cool, it seemed a little bit more vibrant from what we got the last time, and I thought that was cool. Went in there and I really enjoyed it. I was not disappointed at all, and it really gave me a throwback, nostalgic feeling of old school Superman Adventures cartoon and the Justice League and Justice League Unlimited cartoon. Like it really gave me that kind of vibe. So yeah, I rocked with it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, a little backstory before we go further in. I'm just gonna share my screen. I wanna uh I wanna share there's a prequel novel that actually came out and it was approved by DC. Um, can y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, welcome to Metropolis.
Yeah. Um,
Okay.
this novel fills in a lot of the basically fills in like Superman's origin, how he kind of how he got to Earth, how he grew up, how he started working for the Daily Planet, Lex Luthor. It gives a lot of backstory to the film.
Yeah.
If people, if you guys like the movie, and you want to check out the
You need to
novel,
go check that out. Yeah.
yeah, check it out. If you. But
That was one thing I was going to say before we get into the movie. Excuse me, but for cut you off. But
yeah,
I was going to say we just hop right into it. It won't no backstory. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And some
yeah,
people might want that backstory. I know it's been done to death, but shit,
Yeah.
if you want the backstory, just get that book right there.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm glad that I'm glad that James Gunn decided to skip the origin story because I mean, look, the same thing with Batman,
Yeah.
Spider-Man. I
How
mean, we
many times
don't.
Yeah.
you see Uncle Ben get shot?
Yeah, we know, man. We get it. We don't need the whole Krypton exploding. We know what happens. Um,
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it though. I wouldn't mind it. You know what I'm saying? It don't got to be 30 minutes of the movie. Give us 2 minutes real quick. Boom, boom, bam. You know what I'm saying?
You know how they did it? You know how they did it in the Max series, Superman and Lois. So first episode of the first season, it's a montage of everything up until when the episode actually starts. It's a nice montage. Like if they wanted to do that, you feel me? You could do a montage. But me personally, I felt it refreshing not to see the origin. You know?
Yeah.
Mm. The only thing was that I wish they kind of would have touched on like how him and Lois, got their relationship started. Because
Yeah.
when we jump into the movie, they're kind of been seeing each other for a while now. They're kind of like they're well acquainted with each other. So I kind of wish, um, we would have backed up a little bit. Kind
Mm-hmm.
of, I would have been interested to see how their interactions started off. Um,
Yeah.
but speaking of which, how do you like the actor that played Superman? David Cornsweet. How do you think he did?
Me personally, Chris gonna always be my go Superman.
He's
You know what
goaded.
I'm saying? But David, he did play a good Clark Kent though. I give him that.
Yeah.
He did a good job with Clark. So I ain't mad at him.
The only thing though, the only critique I have of him as Clark Kent was that he didn't change the voice up though, man. Then you know what I mean? I was like, damn, you sound kind of like Superman, dog. You
A
could have,
couple of times.
could
Um,
Superman did get his own stick.
have.
I think he portrayed a, a great version of Clark Kent and a great version of Superman. I think he actually got it. It reminded me of a little bit of Christopher Reeves. Like it really did. It really reminded me a little bit of Christopher Reeves. I think he really brought out the altruistic. You feel me? The altruistic kind of belief in how Clark and Superman. You feel me? Like he brought that out. That sympathetic. Always believing that there's good in something, and it's like I really think he portrayed that very well as both Clark Kent and as Superman. You know, we saw him get frustrated. When they was doing the little interview, she was interviewing Superman. We actually seen Superman get frustrated. Talk about what you talking about. People's gonna die. You get what I'm saying? Like we seen that human emotion come out of him. I think that I think he did a very good job. Yep.
Okay. I
Yeah.
think I think um I think James Gunn picked the right actor.
Mm-hmm.
He not only does he look like Superman, he's 6'4". Um, he's tall dude,
Mm-hmm.
um, definitely has the look. Because there was a lot of criticism that he didn't really look like a good Superman.
It's always
Um,
gonna be criticism. It always is.
yeah, and I was like, man, you got to give it a chance, man.
When
And
it comes to that, I feel like Heath Ledger should have been proved to everybody. Much controversy when Heath Ledger was casted, and it was
mhm.
also
The brother out or I'm out.
No, I think
oh
no, he back.
oh
Yeah,
that
yeah,
where did I
got
leave him? What was I talking about?
you kind of you said Heath Ledger. You had Heath Ledger, then you kind of cut out right there.
Yeah, cause like you were saying, there was a little bit of they don't think he fit the bill. Why did they cast him as Superman? It was the same thing with Heath Ledger. Why did they cast him as a Joker? And the same thing with Michael Keaton. Why they cast him as Batman? I don't even subscribe to stuff like that no more. I gotta see it for myself, yo. For real.
Hmm.
Yeah. Like I
And
said, he wanted the best Superman to me, but I ain't mad at it though. You know what I'm saying? Only
Yeah.
because he did a good job with Clark. So
yeah, you know what?
would have picked somebody else. He kind of was like a little wimp sometimes, but that's just my opinion.
What, as Clark?
A Superman.
Uh,
Well, here's the thing though. Here's three things that James Gunn did right. He nailed the problem of Superman being unbeatable. So that was the first thing you really caught your eye when the movie opened up. You seen Superman crash to Earth.
they
He's
said it in the
bloody.
caption.
Yeah,
You know, when the first time he lost the fight. You know.
yeah. So it's kind of setting the tone that okay, he's Superman, but he's not invulnerable. Like he can get hurt.
Yeah.
You know?
Hmm.
So I like that they did that. He's relatable now. You know, he's showing more emotion, which is an interesting take, for Superman, because Superman in the previous movies was he was more
Yeah,
stoic, more
yeah.
reserved. So this is an interesting take. I'm still not sure if I like it 100%, but I'm rolling with it, and
I think
Yeah.
Superman has never been stoic though throughout his entire lore. You know that what's his name? Henry. I know who I'm
Henry
talking
Cavill.
about. Henry Cavill. I like this Superman, but now it's like people see this Superman that we just saw, right? And it's like they seeing Superman for the first time. Like, nah, he's getting back to who Superman has always been portrayed as. You get what I'm saying? Like, I think it's a good thing. I think that I like this version of Superman. This version of Superman is optimistic. Still a little bit naive, but like in the movie, they say he only been Superman for 3 years. You feel me?
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
So
Forgot about
it's
that
a,
part. Yeah, I forgot about that part.
it's essentially like a year one
Yeah,
Batman. He's still
kind of thing
figuring
and
things
stuff like
out,
that.
all that. No, I mean Superman at his core has always been optimistic,
Hmm.
but this particular version that James Gunn introduced us to was he like you see him lash out, like you said, he's frustrated. You see him lash
Hmm.
out. I'm like, I don't know how to feel about that because I'm like, man,
Where's the
would he
dog?
lash? You
Right.
know what
So
I
check.
mean?
What I think about that? It's like we know Superman. We see Superman, right? We grew up watching him, reading the comics and shit. We know Man of Steel. This version, I think, is still learning. You feel me? He's still learning.
Yeah,
You know?
that's a good take.
Okay,
Because
still
the
trying
people in
to.
the comments, if y'all seen the Batman, the most previous one that came out a couple of years ago, it's kind of the same thing. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yep.
he's been Batman for 2 years, so it's not what we used to as
Yes.
Batman. He
Exactly.
learning the ropes, so
Yep.
it feels a little off, a little different. So the same with Superman. He's a
Hmm.
young
Okay,
Superman, so he's not what we used to yet. You feel me?
but here's a interesting thing though. Didn't they say he was in his 30s in the movie?
He
Like,
probably
but
was.
I think he said he's in his 30s, but he's only been Superman for 3 years, so it's an interesting. Like, all right, he's
Like I
No,
can't say
no,
in every.
it said MetaHuman's been around for 3 decades. That's what you talking about?
Oh yeah, they said metahuman's been around for 3 decades. Yeah.
no. I mean, like, yeah, they've been, yeah, the metahumans. Yeah, that's another thing. The metahumans in this movie, they like
It's an
Superman is
everyday thing
nothing
with them.
special.
Yeah, but I
Like,
mean, the special thing about Superman is like in the intro, Superman was the most powerful metahuman of them all. You feel me? At that time or whatever, or he was known as the most powerful one. But metahumans was around for 3 decades. But I was gonna say, even if he was like 30 something, only been Superman for 3 years. Not in every story, movie, or whatever, but in most of them, Clark actually saves a lot of people in Metropolis before he comes out as Superman. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you just don't have like the costume and stuff like that, but he saved a lot of people and did a lot of stuff before he actually revealed himself to the world as Superman. So it kind of would make sense, you know, if he was a little bit older, but only Superman for 3 years, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. So, another thing I liked is that what they did with the Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah.
I'm loving what they did, and the fact that it came out of the ground, because that was another thing. In the original Superman movies, like somebody's gonna see that eventually, like this structure in Antarctica. I mean, I know
Yeah.
it's in the, but somebody's gonna see that. Like, yo, what's that down there? So I like the fact that it goes underground, it's hidden, but and they also introduced the robots from
Yeah.
the
Well,
comics.
All-Star Superman.
All Star Superman. Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Me with my comic book ass, man. I like when Superman flew to the cave and had that big ass key, but he the only one that can lift the key.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Now, in the All-Star Superman, the key is small, and you think you can lift it, but you can't. He
It's
the only
heavy.
one. Yeah, yeah. The
It's
key
heavy
is
as a
smaller than the
motherfucker.
All-Star comics. Yeah.
So I like that, man. I like the robots. I just like that James Gunn added a lot of um stuff from the comics,
Yeah.
just to give a nod,
Mm-hmm.
and it shows that he's paying attention. He's like, yo, I know y'all comic fans, man. Y'all deep in the lore. Y'all want to know about Superman. Well, here you go,
Mm-hmm.
man. It's all in this movie.
And I like the healing process. You feel me? How all you really got to do is turn them towards the sun and then magnify it. You feel me? And
Yeah,
I like that. I thought it was different to see him in pain. You feel me? While he was healing, but I guess that also humanizes him as well. There's a lot of the people that were saying Superman was weak in this movie and portrayed as weak, or was it? Every person that says that is people that if he was portrayed like stronger, but it's Superman is overpowered. That's why you feel me. It's always boring. He's never, like never in peril. It's Superman. So I thought that was a nice balance, especially showing that during the healing process, you feel me, he still got to go through some type of pain to get back to being Superman. I thought that was pretty cool.
yeah,
And you know what though? I'm when I saw that scene when he's getting healed, I'm like, I never, I don't get why he would be in pain. I'm like, the sun is healing you, but then I'm thinking, wait, if he has broken bones or something, is the
Yeah,
bones being healed, and that's why he's,
yeah, yeah. Maybe they
and
going
I'm like,
back and shifting or
yeah,
something. Yeah, yep, yep,
yeah.
you know,
Because
and
I know he was screaming and wincing in pain as he was
mm-hmm.
getting.
Yep.
So them bones probably going back in place. And,
I thought that was cool because usually you fly up to the sun. You feel me? Sunbathe for a minute and then boom, he right back at it. I thought that was different and cool.
yeah, and also, I like that in this movie they're kind of, he's not quite the Man of Steel quite yet.
Yeah,
He's
yep,
not unbreakable yet.
yep.
Because in the comics, the longer Superman is exposed to a yellow sun, the
Mm-hmm.
stronger he gets over time.
Yep.
So this is still kind of showing like, yeah, he's strong. Don't get me wrong, but he ain't,
And then
yeah,
some illustrations and some comic arcs, he's he's absorbed it long enough to where he could be off planet and still have his powers because his body is like a battery, for
Mm-hmm.
like solar energy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that they're gonna start introducing that in the upcoming movies. They're gonna
Mhm.
they're gonna get crazy because also in the comics for the audience that's not aware, if depending on what kind of sun, blue, red, yellow, white, he gets different effects.
Yeah. The most famous is green kryptonite, which obviously is his weakness. You have red kryptonite, which is
Uh,
different
it takes
because
away powers.
you got see, it's so many different iterations of it because you have a red kryptonite that turns him bad, right? Then you have the red solar energy that depowers him. So sometimes it's written, crisscross and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Um, but it's so many other kryptonites. I can't tell y'all all of them shits because it's like one for every color. Like real
yeah, man.
talk.
We'll
Yeah,
I'll post something in the description.
yeah. They got a
So
black one that separates him or something like that.
yeah, I know the blue sun
Ooh,
enhances his strength and his
yeah,
powers
that's
and all that.
strength, yeah.
Yeah,
I
man.
think the white completely takes away his powers, like completely takes it away.
That-
Because the red just depowers him. I think the white one is the one that like completely can take his powers away.
I'm gonna have to go to the historian.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the historian got an
Yeah.
answer for that one.
They got other shit.
You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah.
hey, what y'all think about Lois Lane, man? What did y'all think?
I mean, she was the lowest lane to me.
Yeah.
Nothing like really stood out. I don't think it was nothing bad, and then nothing actually really stood out. I think she did a good job as Lois Lane. I think she played a pretty good Lois Lane, but that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Maybe a little younger than what I'm used to. I mean, her name is Lois. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I wanted to see a little bit of the general's daughter. You feel me? That little bit toughness that Lois got. But other than,
I think she displayed that though. She was kind of like, she never really backed down.
yeah,
She was
Yeah.
always like challenging Clark or Superman. Um,
she flew the little what's his name too.
Yeah.
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, I guess y'all right. She did show that.
Still cool. Still
Huh?
cool. Lois, she did like she like 24 years old though. You know what I'm saying?
Shit,
It
Clark
was.
might be. How old is he in the movie? It is.
I think in the movie Clark's supposed to be in 30s. I think.
I know the actor in his 30s, but that's my only opinion about Lois. She just looked a little young for somebody named Lois.
Oh, they say he around. Oh, said the actor playing him, like you said, is around 30. So they said he would be the same age as the actor playing him, who's around 30.
All right, so 30. Okay. All right. What do you guys think about the Justice Gang? We got Mr. Terrific. We got Guy Gardner as a Green Lantern and Hawk Girl. What you guys think about them showing up, man?
Um,
On the show.
I fuck with it. One thing that stood out for me is they was called the Justice Gang. So I'm like, okay, so they gonna call themselves the Justice League in the future. What the fuck is a Justice Gang? And
That was never really official throughout the movie. They never really officially took that name. Every time, what's his name, Guy?
Guy Gardner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every time God Gardner was like, we the Justice Gang, they pretty much shot it down. Like, no, we not.
but then they have a JG on their jacket.
I think
Or
he
was
did.
that for James? Or was
That
that
was
for James Gunn?
I thought that was for Justice Gale,
Oh, okay.
but that wasn't confirmed either. But that's what I thought it was for. You feel me?
It
Um,
might be James Gunn. You know,
Man,
we
I
got
hope not.
confirmation.
I
I
hope
know I
not.
saw JG on his chest. 'Cause, it's funny because Guy Gardner he my favorite Green Lantern. I like
Really?
Hal Jordan and the other ones too. Yeah, I like him because he different. He the one that talk shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He got that ugly ass bowl haircut like Dr. Octopus.
I like Jon Stewart. That's my favorite.
Yeah,
I think it was a
I
good
like
choice that they went with Guy Gardner because they
Yeah,
needed uh a little humor in there. I think
yeah,
if they would have went with a more serious Lantern, because Hawk Girl didn't really add much to the movie, in my opinion. She was just kind
nah,
of
she
there.
did.
If
My
you would have
boy,
had
Mister.
James, if you would have had James or Hal, the Lantern would have been too serious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'd have been like Guy Gardner. I think he added that right
Yeah.
amount of humor to the movie, man. And
He had the middle finger coming up.
that shit was dope though. I fuck with that, my nigga.
And real quick, the people in the comments, if you got the first appearance of Guy Gardner, you will find that in Green Lantern issue number 55, and that shit worth probably like $2,000 mint condition.
Ooh. I'm telling y'all,
So
man. Comics is
get
worth
your book,
bread, man.
get your books graded.
Get your books, man, for real. Start reading. Um,
Yeah,
my, I ain't gonna lie. I like Mister Terrific though, man. When he came
yeah,
in, when Superman's fighting that kaiju. Um, I mean, Superman pretty much had it handled, but he wanted to try to save it, man. Mr. Terrific. Nah, what you doing, man? You get rid of that thing, man. You trying to
yeah.
save it and study it, man. Kill that shit. That's why I fuck with him, man. What's
Um,
y'all?
I
He
rock
was like my favorite out of the Justice
Miss
game.
Miss Terrific stole the show.
Yeah, I
He
fuck with him,
really
man.
did a great job. He really and that's what it's not the first time Mr. Terrific. I think it's the first time he's been in a movie. I know he's been in some of the TV shows, one of them DC TV shows.
And he
But
was in the cartoons too.
yeah, yeah, definitely, yup. Um, yeah, Mr. Terrific, that dude. For those who don't know, this man is a
Beast.
genius level intellect.
He's a
Um, he's pretty much the Tony Stark of DC. Like, if you combine Tony Stark with Reed Richards, you will have
Yeah.
Mr. on some real shit.
yeah.
Yeah, he could box.
In the comic, Batman said in the comics, he said Mr. Terrific is the only guy that he don't want to play chess against. Batman
Yeah,
said that.
And
yeah.
in the DC comics, Mister Terrific is the third smartest being in the
Mm-hmm.
multiverse over there. So, boy, he's smart, man. Don't sleep on him, man.
Yeah, for real, he a real one.
Yeah,
People in the comments they might not know the actor who played on Edie. He got one of them African last names, Edie something. He was Darwin in X
Yeah,
Men First Class. Even though his scene won't too long, but you might know him as Darwin.
yeah.
so I definitely can't wait to see what they do with that character, man. Um,
Yeah.
He was
People in the
also.
comments, get your book graded, Mr. Terrific first appearance. It was two iterations of him, but the first iteration of him appeared in Sensation Comics, issue number 1 in 1942, and you got
mm.
that mint, you can get like $60,000 for it.
Mm,
For the first iteration. In Sensation Comics, it was like a series, something like Marvel Fantasy Jumps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he had like a bunch of short stories.
what they
Yeah,
do?
Yeah, a bunch of short stories. Wonder Woman debuted in Sensation Comics. People might not
mm.
know that. Yeah.
And if you've seen the movie and you like Mister Terrific, go to your comic book store. He has a new series out, Mister Terrific Year One. It's a short mini series. If kind of get you introduced to the character if you like him. I
Mhm.
recommend it. Go check it out. Um, what about Lex Luthor, man? What do you actually like? I actually like this portrayal of Lex Luthor, man. What are y'all feeling? What do y'all think?
I think it was a great portrayal of Lex Luthor because Lex Luthor is one of the generational haters. Feel
He
me?
petty. He petty.
Like he's a legit generational hater. This man hates Superman with the passion of 1,000 suns on some real shit. And the reason why Lex is such an interesting villain, because the reason why Lex hates Superman is because Lex is the embodiment of like peak humanity, human exceptionalism. You get what I'm saying? Human exceptionalism. He is the poster boy for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
We are the best. We are human. We are the thinkers. We are the ones that was made to not be able to fly, but we made planes. We wasn't able to, right? Our body wasn't meant to deep dive, but we made submarines and stuff like that. And like we are, and then you got Lex, probably the smartest man or one of the smartest men in his universe, right? Billionaire, right? Looked up as a philanthropist and everything. And then one day, an alien from another planet comes with these godlike powers, right? Shit that no, and then not only y'all call him Superman. Can y'all imagine how that feels to Lex Luthor? I'm the Superman. I'm the genius. You get what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, he played a great, and the reason why he embodied that shit, because this man, through that whole movie, was on Superman neck.
Yeah.
The whole
With
goal was
Yeah,
fuck this nigga, fuck Superman, yo, for real.
for real, for real. And another thing, he is like methodical, man. I'm talking about this man in the first movie. He already got pocket dimensions.
yeah.
Man just made a pocket dimension, got
And what
prisoners
did
of
it,
people he don't fuck with in the
His
pocket dimension.
prisoners, one of his prisoners was his ex-girlfriend.
Yo, this nigga is petty, and I like
Breaking
it.
up with her wasn't enough. She
Yeah, I'm gonna put you in a pocket dimension. Like, what's good?
like that's crazy.
Yo,
yeah. And
And
see,
then
but
you see,
he was studying him for like 3 years, right?
mm-hmm.
yeah, peep how he knew the fight patterns. You feel me?
Yeah.
He got the whole fight patterns. That's how Superman lost for the first time in that universe. You feel me? Studied him out of pure hatred. He's fueled by hatred of this man because not only is this, he's everything that he's not, he's super, but humanity and Lex eyes don't flock to this man. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta prove that he is not who y'all think he is.
He's
It's,
not that super. He's not that great.
yo, when you really watch how he portrayed Lex and how the movie went, he could have killed Superman, or he already beat him. You get what I'm saying? He had the kryptonite. He could have offed him. He could have killed him. He
He wanted
found
to
a way
torture him.
to slander him. You get what I'm saying? He wanted to discredit Superman. He wanted to get the belief back. He wanted humanity to believe in humanity again. Stop putting your trust in this. You feel me? And it's outside of this alien, yo. You know?
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
That's Lex.
The dude that played him, Nicholas Holt, y'all know he was Beast in X Men, right?
Yeah, he
mhm.
was also in Furiosa. He was in a lot of stuff. He's actually a pretty good actor. He was in Warm Bodies. Yep.
Yeah, he did his thing, man.
Mhm.
You know, another
Yeah.
thing I want to point out before we move any further, the cinematography in this movie and from the last couple of DC movies we got with Superman, it was those movies were shot. The Zack Snyder movies, they were very dark.
Mhm.
All the colors were very. This movie is bright, man.
I mean,
The
it's
color
James
palette they
Gunn.
chose is very bright, and I'm guessing they went that direction to kind of showcase the optimism that
Mhm.
represents Superman. You know, this is a very colorful movie, man.
Like I said, it
Yeah.
reminded me of a cartoon with all of those colors and the characters and stuff like that. You know?
Yeah, which was a great change of pace. I don't think Superman should be a dark, brooding
Nah.
character. It just doesn't fit. You know,
Nah.
you know, it doesn't fit the
They,
character.
they,
So,
they they put the red trunks on them this time.
mm, which I like, man. I'm like,
Yeah.
bring back the red trunks, man. What's good?
And then they gave the retro S to the what was that? Which S was that?
That was when he came back and he was old. Remember?
Yeah,
The
that's the
Kingdom Come,
Kingdom
right?
Come. Kingdom
Kingdom
Come
Come.
S. Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was, and I like that they put crypto in this movie too. Like, you know,
Yeah.
Menace. Menace, man.
yo, crypto saved Superman. Like, how many times he saved? About 3 times in this movie.
Man's best friend. What you
Man's
expect,
best
yo?
friend, man.
Real, yo.
Crypto.
Um,
Y'all know Action Comics. You know, is a DC thing. And, so Action Comics still going to this day. Crypto first appearance was in Action Comics number 210. And anybody who got that, you can get that for like 35 bands.
You know, I got
Action,
that.
Action
mm,
Comics 210, 1955. And Lex Luthor, his debut was in Action Comics 2, Action Comics issue number 23, 1940, and you can get that for 60,000 on the low end,
I, I,
4,000.
ain't- I ain't got that one, but I got the other joint though. I'll show y'all later. Got that
I said
joint.
60, my bad, 75 for the Luther jump. 75, my bad. That's what, 60.
It says 75.
This
All
is
right.
this is first
Y'all,
appearance.
listen, man. If y'all got that in the stash, that's half your mortgage paid off right there. What's going on?
And
Um,
since we're talking about Superman, people in the comments already know that, you know, everybody fuck with Supes. He's so popular that he had the most expensive comic sold of all time. Sold for 3.5 million. First first issue of Action Comic. Superman debut. 3
shit, man.
million.
Imagine you go to a garage sale, you running on Action Comics #1, dog. You
Go,
said,
man.
you said, dog.
telling you, rip
Man,
is off my hands.
man. So what y'all you know what? How'd y'all feel about the music in this movie though, man? Did y'all like the music choices that they picked?
I didn't really care too much, to be honest.
Yeah, I did. I fuck with especially the Mr. Terrific fight scene.
I like that one, yeah. But some of the choices though were a little odd though for Superman. It was like they put in a lot of punk rock, a lot of metal, which
I mean, in the movie, he stated he was a fan of it, right?
Yeah.
yeah, but it's odd for Superman though. I'm like, but it didn't because it didn't fit though. I'm like, I thought they would have went, you know, went with the more classic cuts, but you know, I guess they're trying something different. But um, aside from a few action sequences here and there, I didn't really care for the music that much. You know,
Which I think about the action.
I fuck with it, man. Like
Mhm.
especially the scene in the football stadium with him and
Mm-hmm.
what's the engineer?
Ultraman,
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Ultraman too.
Ultraman, and the engineer, right?
Yeah, was it
Yeah.
Mr. Terrific and Superman in there?
No, it was just soups.
I can't remember. I know there was one part Mr. Terrific got knocked out. But either way though, I'll fuck with that shit. I like it.
Yeah.
I just didn't the thing I felt like it was an odd choice. I don't know why they picked the engineer though. I'm like, there's so many like villains they could have chose. I'm like, they went with her. I'm
Because
like,
sometimes you gotta introduce people, or sometimes you holding back on certain villains for bigger parts or something like that. You know, I guess.
And the girl who played her, she a newer actress, and shit, the engineers is kind of new. I mean, her character only debuted about like 15 years ago. That's like new to me in the comic book world.
Yeah,
Superman been on since
yeah,
1940.
yeah.
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Engineer just came out in 2010. So it's
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean?
yeah. I'm just out of the dozens and dozens of villains in his role gallery. I mean, they could have went to Parasite. They could have went with shit. You want to bring Brainiac? You know, they could
Yeah.
have
You
went a
know
lot
what?
of different ways.
You know why they probably went with the engineer? The engineer was, I guess, was able to hack the
Oh, the
fortress of
fortress. Okay,
something,
okay,
power base, something like that. You know?
makes
Using
sense.
all them, using all them nanobots and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
That makes sense.
Hey, yo, can we talk about that real quick? Like, I feel like we skipped over a lot. Um, so Lex hacks Fortress of Solitude, and we see the message from his parents, and his parents is pretty much telling him, "Look, you gotta conquer this motherfucker. You feel me? Have a bunch of, have hella babies and just restart Krypton on this planet. You feel me?" I wasn't feeling that.
You know what they did? That was a very odd choice that
I was,
James went
yeah,
with.
I was not feeling that. And then to
He
say, you know, he led the viewers to believe that it could have been a fake. You feel me? That Lex could have doctored it or something like that. But nah, shit came back authentic.
Yeah.
What?
yeah,
What the shit is that?
yeah. It was a very odd choice that James went with. It seemed like he saw Invincible, he saw the Vultramites, and was like, what if we made Krypton evil and and Clark is the only good one, you know?" And I'm
I
like,
was, I
that's a
don't
very
know.
odd choice, man. I
Yeah,
didn't like that one.
I wasn't feeling that at all. I think the only way I still wouldn't agree with it, but maybe he was. 'Cause when you do it like that, now it's choice versus destiny, if you will, right? You feel me? Now is he knows what he was sent here to do, but he chooses to do something different. So that brings in the choice versus destiny. But I don't think Superman ever needed that kind of, you feel me? Story arc or motivation.
Nah, man. I mean, he learned his morals from his parents, on
Yeah,
Earth.
exactly.
Um,
Yeah.
and you know what? You know what's odd though? In the movie, he says he listens to that recording every night, right? But I'm like, and then towards the end of the movie, he listens to a recording of his real parents on Earth,
Yeah,
and I'm like, that's the first time you doing that, dog. These motherfuckers raised you, not you not.
yeah, but
You
he
don't
he
find
was
comfort.
he was able to see them whenever he wanted.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He was able to see them whenever he wanted. They were
Wait,
still alive in the movie, you
yeah.
know?
Wait. How'd y'all feel about his parents in this iteration? How do you think they kind of went with the country Bama, the
Mm-hmm.
portrayal of his parents, man. What y'all think, man?
Mom, Pop. I think it was
Yeah.
cool because it's supposed to be in Kansas, right?
Everybody say
Yeah.
Clark is a farm boy. He's a country dude. The big blue Boy Scout, not because he was born that way, because he was raised that way. And he was raised by simple country folk. You
Yeah.
feel me?
But do you think they
I ain't
went
had no
too
problem with
simple? You think they kind of leaned into it a little too much? Like, like
I
it was
don't,
almost a caricature.
nah, I don't really. There's so many
I think
different
it's
versions
cool.
of these people. You feel me? We got a version where only Martha Kent is alive. You feel me? And Paul Kent dead. You got a version where his pops is alive and his mother died. You feel me? You got a version where both of them died. You got, like it's just another version of them. That's all.
Okay. What do you think, Mark?
I look at it.
I ain't had no issues with Mom, Pop. I was
Yeah.
cool with it. As you
I
know,
think,
it's supposed to be from Kansas, and that was the stereotypical Kansas
yeah.
folk. So I was cool with it.
hmm
You
I
know what I'm
think I
saying?
But
think I think they
look,
leaned into it a little too much, though, man.
a little sidebar. My favorite version of Jonathan Kent is Smallville Jonathan Kent. That motherfucker did not play about his family. If any of the viewers watch Smallville, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. He will pull that blicky in a heartbeat over Clark. Yo, real talk. That was my favorite version. Yo, but I like how they played the moral compass. You feel me? The conversation that he had with his pops. Like I could dig it.
All right. I actually like that scene. I felt like that scene was genuine. Um, Throughout the movie, though, I felt like there's a little too much jokes in the movie. I'm like, man, you could have cut back on the jokes a little bit, man. Like, you know, um, especially that scene with Clark, with Superman and Lois, and they're in Lois' apartment, and you could see the Justice Gang fighting in the background. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, nah, I felt like that wasn't necessary. I mean, it was supposed to be a serious moment, but then you kind of, you know, you putting this shit in the background. I'm like, what's you? I feel like you're taking away from the shit, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah, yeah. Especially in the serious moment. Yo.
Yeah, I'm like, you didn't need that right there. I feel like, he. I saw the only thing with James Gunn. I feel like he has a tendency of just kind of putting a little, adding too much to a scene when it's not necessary. Just
Yeah.
pull back a little bit, let the scene stand on its own.
He wanted to show people he could do it. Look at this. Look what I made, y'all.
You might not
So
know James Gunn. He directed the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
mhm.
All
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
And a lot of actors, kind of found their way into this film,
Yeah.
and
Like the guy that played Green Lantern, Nathan Fillion, he played Headpool in Deadpool and Wolverine. He was Headpool.
And he was the dude in Guardian 3. The
mhm.
security, head of the security.
Yeah.
He said this. Yeah. But yeah. Well,
What y'all think about when they revealed that the the hammer was really Ultraman, was really just a clone of Superman?
I
Did y'all
knew
see
that
that coming, or did you when
I knew
they
that
did the
shit
big
was a
reveal?
movie. I knew that when the movie came out. Man. That shit was not a big reveal. And I'm pretty sure everybody else knew that that was a clone of Superman too. You
Yeah.
feel me?
I'm thinking like, all right, that might motherfucker might turn to Bizarro, ain't it? Because you already got pocket dimensions in different worlds.
Well,
You
Yep.
know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm
I was
thinking, but
thinking the
the thing
same thing.
is, they threw him into that black hole, but the black hole ends up killing anything that goes into it. So I don't know if we're going to see a Bizarro come out of it, but
It might not kill him, but it might change him into Bizarro though.
Okay.
especially if he
that
had.
pocket dimension, you might have killed it, but it is to other dimensions. They doing some Marvel shit. You know what I'm
And he
saying?
might,
Yeah.
yeah, he might end up on Bizarro World. Y'all know what Bizarro World is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shit,
Yeah.
the cube and shit
Well,
like
Nigga,
that.
that
losing
Yeah,
his hair, turn pale yellow. Boom, there you go.
you know what though? You know what would have been dope though if when they did the reveal and it was Henry Cavill as Ultraman, that would have been a dope twist, man. That
that
was
would
a
have been
missed opportunity, man. I would have loved to seen that, man.
that would have been dope.
Oh man. But
I see,
the
look at James Gunn trying to do multiverse of madness and shit. Look at him.
do y'all feel like there was because there's a lot going on in this movie. We got the Justice Scan, we got pocket dimensions, we got clones, we got shit, we got sub villains, we got subplots, we got this that. Y'all fellas he put too much in this movie for the first
To
one.
the initiated is
Yeah.
probably too much, but not to the initiated. You feel me? I've been in this since I was a kid. You feel me? To people that's like just now, watching it or becoming a fan or whatever, maybe a little kid that's getting to the movie for it probably come off as a lot, but not to
Yeah,
me, you know.
yeah, I'm right there with you in a way. It was a tad bit much, but it wasn't like in the way. But what they could have did was some of that time where they was cramming all the extra shit in, they could have used that for backstory if they was worried about time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because this movie is 129 minutes. It doesn't feel long when you watch it because it doesn't drag. It's
Yeah,
always something happening in this movie. But I felt like they could have cut that kaiju scene out. I felt like it didn't really add nothing to the story. I'm like, he's fighting a big monster. It didn't really,
actually
you know.
added a lot to the story. While he was fighting the big monster, Lex was up to some bullshit. The
Yeah.
kite literally the distraction.
Mm,
Mhm.
In fact, he was in the solitude. He was in the fortress of solitude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
That's why
I don't
when
know.
they let it go, that's all you got. Oh, don't worry, it'll grow.
yeah, yep.
And another interesting thing was that throughout the movie, right, as all these fights and battles are going on, the citizens they're just living out there. This is just a normal everyday thing to them. They've been seeing all these metahumans, fighting for decades now. It's like, oh, he fighting a big kaiju. All right, let me get
I've
my
been
hot dog
going
and
crazy.
my DoorDash.
Yeah. Real. Just another day at the office. What they say.
Yeah,
Another
man.
day at the office, yo. For real. I can't live in no world like that.
I mean, but it's so cool and dope how this nigga Soups like he cared for everybody. Like he even saved a squirrel. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, yeah. That was a good scene. I like that. I like
You
that.
know, Soup one of those heroes. He ain't gonna let nobody get hurt.
But in this movie, he couldn't save everybody though. Like, because while he was fighting Ultraman, he had they had the troops over there in that other country getting ready to attack the citizens. He couldn't be everywhere at once. Um,
Yeah,
that Justice Gang had to hop over there and take care of that.
yeah,
I think every hero has to learn that at some point in time. You can't save everybody. Shit. Even us as human beings, we even gotta tell ourselves that sometimes, right? On
Yeah.
different type of scenarios and situations. You feel me? Like can't save
yeah,
everybody, yo.
Yeah, it's impossible. And But I did like the messaging throughout this movie. You know, just despite all the hardships that Superman is going through, he remains optimistic. You know, throughout everything. I
I think the
He's still,
theme,
like that.
still a young version of himself too. So you know,
I think the theme of this movie was, I don't know, because you got Lex hating Superman for not being human, right? He's hate how humans embrace him. He literally outs him, right? This man is here to take over us. You feel me? He's not one of us. I think he's better than us, you know? But the interaction between Lex and Superman at the end before Crypto go ham on him, you feel me? What Superman tell him? Dude, you hate me. You say I'm not human and shit. I'm the most human motherfucker in the whole equation. He is. What did I just said? The man fucking saved the squirrel. How many people, how not even how many people, how many heroes for real is thinking about squirrels? You probably got the Flash, right? Probably Spider-Man. You know, Captain America ain't thinking about no fucking
Nah,
squirrel.
you worried about
Batman
that little
is not
girl.
thinking about squirrel. You get what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
you feel me? Like Superman, you got this alien that is being hated for not being human and is more human than Lex will ever be. You
Let's have
feel me?
fun with this. Let's have a interest. Do you think Lex was justified from his point of view? Do you think that his reasoning for going after Superman was valid? Like, like he thinks, okay, aside from his ego, right? This dude's from this is essentially an alien that could crush us if he decides, you know, if his something changes within him and he feels like we're insects, we're powerless. So we have to figure out a way to stop him.
You know what my whole thing, you know what I would say to Lex on that? Is it the fact that he could crush us or the fact that he could crush you?
That's probably why he shook, man. He's like, well,
You don't care about humanity. Don't come to me talking about now Superman had, now you care about humanity. In so many different versions of Lex Luthor, he could have been cured cancer. You feel me? Like real talk. You feel me? And All-Star Superman, Superman is stressing over the fact that he could do so much, but he can't figure out how to cure cancer.
and Lex
You feel me?
which
Like,
is
come
nuts,
on, Lex.
man.
Don't come to me with that bullshit, Lex. You feel me? Now, yes, that shit will raise eyebrows. If I'm right now in this world, yo, motherfucking superheroes and shit, supervillains and shit, and I'm just a human with no powers, hell yeah, I'm side-eyeing every motherfucking body. You feel me? I'm doing all of that, but that's not Lex Reed. I don't believe that's Lex Reasons. Any version of Lex, I don't believe that. He just hating on Superman because he perceived Superman as a proof of his insignificance. You feel me? The pedestal that Lex was on before Superman arrived. When Superman arrived, that shit got knocked down. You feel me? It is a constant reminder of his mortality, if you will. And he can't handle it.
yeah.
Yeah, and also I think
You can hate him, man.
He
yeah,
hates.
the true hater. And I
He's a
also
true.
think it's a shot to his ego too, because he feels like, look, I'm doing all these great things, and here this guy comes in, he come in flying, he got super strength, and he's the next best thing since sliced bread. Like, y'all kidding me? Like, that's how
Yeah,
I feel like he thinking. Like,
Yeah,
I'm here making pocket dimensions, and you worshiping this guy?
but
yeah.
Lex, give him a reason. Give him a reason, Lex.
But this iteration of Lex we got, he wasn't always this way. this rich billionaire guy with all this tech shit. He wasn't always like that, right?
I mean,
You know what? You know what though? How'd
This
you?
iteration he got probably like the late '80s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
yeah.
How'd you feel about him? Shooting that dude in the head in the pocket dimension. You think that was necessary to like show how far he's willing to go to torture Superman? Do you think like they should have put that in there, or it should like nah? What?
Yeah. Yes,
Like
I think you should have because Lex is the opposite of Superman. Lex had to school
Yeah.
Superman, learn Superman something real quick. You think I'm playing with you because you Superman? I don't care if you Superman. He dies now. Bam, do something. You feel me? Like like yeah, that I think that's something that Lex would do just to kick Superman in the nuts. For real.
but the thing is
Cause
though,
that's the same shit that the Joker would do to Batman.
yeah.
Yup.
But the thing is, that scene didn't really hit that hard because we had no real backstory on the guy he shot. I mean, Superman
Man,
does know him,
he
but we don't know him as the audience. So like, who is this?
saved
You
a
know,
squirrel. Superman saved a squirrel. He had an interaction with that dude, and the interaction seemed like they seemed to be familiar. Mind you, Superman been saving Metropolis for 3 years now. We know in
Yeah.
the comics there are certain people that have certain kind of relationships with Superman. Jimmy Olsen, the dude that owned the bar, Bibbo, right?
mhm.
Like maybe
Yeah.
that, like you said, it wasn't really no backstory. But dude, pick Superman up, yo. Da, 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 da. Superman knew his name off rip, right? Already knew his name. So Superman saved a squirrel. Somebody that he know in Metropolis, right? Somebody that he know believe in him too. That believe that maybe some way Superman can save me, get me out of this. You feel me? And
Yeah.
Lex just rocked him right in front of Superman, yo. This is a man that can stop bullets and shit. It's psychological warfare. It's
Yeah,
psychological warfare,
I,
yo. For real.
I get it, but it's just the person they picked. It's like me watching it as an audience. Like I don't know who this dude is. Like
See,
I'm
but
like, okay, it's a random guy to me.
maybe
Like
that's what the director is asking us. How well do you know Superman? We don't need to know the guy. We just know Superman and how he will react to an innocent death right in front of him, and he can't do nothing about it. You get what I'm saying? It could have been a little girl, could have been an old man, it could have been Perry White, could have been Jimmy Olsen, it could have been anybody. I think he's asking us how do we think Superman would feel? You get what I'm saying? It don't really matter who it
okay,
was. Everybody is important to Superman. Every life is sacred to Superman, yo, and that's the impact of it.
Yeah.
okay, I can see that.
I can dig it.
I can see that. Like I said, I just felt like it could have had more weight if it was
What, Lois
like
Lane?
not Lois, but let's say no, because that's you want to drive, you want to bring the black suit Superman out,
And
yeah,
that's the Superman.
we'll
That's
go
gonna
there.
bring justice out. You feel me?
We'll go there. But I feel like if he would have said, "Oh, I got your mom right here. I know who you
Oh
are,
no,
Clark,"
please don't. Martha.
that would have been
You
impactful if
see,
they would have went
you
that
see,
route.
you see
That
what he did for crypto. So imagine his mama.
route.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? The impact that would have had, like, oh, you took his mom's
Hey
out in
yo,
front
and
of
I
you?
see people talking about Superman, he getting mad over a dog and stuff like that. Like, do y'all own dogs?
That was the best friend right there.
You
That's a
know
ride or
how
die.
do you know how people get upset when you fucking put their dog, like for real, people will kill you over their
Mhm.
dog, yo, for real, yo. Like
And not only
anybody
that,
want
people need to
dog, man.
say
That's
that.
a fact.
Like they can't be dog owners. They can't like dogs, yo. For real. If you mad at that scene.
Yeah. People got to understand the relationship between crypto and soups anyway.
hmm
You know what I'm saying?
Now, another criticism, a lot of people felt like Superman was getting beat up too much in this movie. Like, I mean, I get that we're trying to show a more vulnerable Superman, not quite the Man of Steel, like we said, but do you feel like he was getting beat up a little too much? Like he was getting knocked around? Like he
Well,
got knocked around pretty much the whole movie, man.
he got knocked around, but they explain why he got knocked
I think it was just right because, like we said earlier, and people in the comments need to realize too, is a young Superman. He not what we used to yet. So
Yeah.
him getting knocked around was very awkward or strange. Like, why the fuck he get his ass whipped? Because he, you know what I'm saying? Same
Yep.
complaint with Batman. Like, why the
Going
fuck he
back
goddamn dumb goofy with it? Because he don't know what the fuck he doing yet. He been Batman for a year.
going to
You know what
Man
I'm
of Steel,
saying?
a lot of people was like, oh, he was reckless, he was this, he was that. Look, that motherfucker didn't know what the fuck. What Zod tell him? Motherfucker, I was made for this shit. I was literally born to do this. Where you train that on the farm? Like, you feel me? Like, they ain't really know what was going on. Another thing is, it's explained why Superman was getting his ass whipped by Ultraman, right? The reason why he was getting his ass whipped by Ultraman, because first of all, it was a clone of him. Second of all, Lex had the fight pattern down. He knew every counter punch, every.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's why he
Also,
was getting his ass whipped. Also,
also,
when he got weak, is when he had the kryptonite on him. You feel me? What's
mhm.
Superman gonna do when kryptonite is around? He showed how strong he was when he literally fucking blew himself away from a fucking
Black
blew him
hole.
away from a black hole. How many people you know is pulling that feat off?
Yeah.
Not too many. A handful of people.
You
But
know?
yeah. And you're right though. It kind of showed how powerful Superman was when he actually started getting rid of the cameras. He like, oh,
Yeah.
this how you whooping my ass. You got a million cameras watching me, watching my every movement. All right, let me get rid of these
Yo,
cameras.
hey, yo, kill him. What do you say? Yeah, good luck with that. You know?
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? He started whipping that his clone ass after that though. Man, I was like, all right,
Yeah.
finally.
So it was shown why it wasn't like the movie just came on, there was no explanation, and Superman was just getting washed through the whole movie.
Yeah.
It was a few moments of vulnerability, you know what I'm saying?
And we
It
gotta
was
have
just
that unless they calling this boring because he's overpowered and nothing poses a threat to him.
yeah. It'd be
You
like
know?
Super Saiyan Goku. Nobody can beat this man.
So Dragon Ball Super came out and that was a joke. You know what I'm saying?
Superman can
So
beat Goku. I'm just letting y'all know viewers down there, Superman can beat Goku.
nah, fam, nah.
Yes, he
I mean,
can.
I fuck with
base
Superman, but
form,
Goku with the
base
white
form.
hair?
Bro, I'm gonna tell you why
With the
Superman.
white hair? Nah.
I'm gonna tell all y'all listen, this is for the viewers too. If you believe that Goku could beat Superman, this is what I'm gonna tell y'all why he can't. Because Goku is a limit breaker. Superman has no limits to break. Superman dishes out his power as he deems is safety for his opponent.
Yeah, Superman has mental blocks. He puts mental blocks on himself so he doesn't accidentally kill somebody if he punches him.
I'm telling you
But
straight up. The minute Superman realized, oh, word, I'm telling you, it's like because Superman will knock Goku completely unfucking conscious, yo. Also, Superman, a lot of people just think about his strength, which is pretty much limitless. But the man's super speed is fucking crazy. You feel me? X-ray vision. You
Instant
feel me?
transmission.
Lobotomize motherfuckers. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, he got
No,
he got
like
all the powers, but let's look. Goku got instant transmission. He
it's
got
not
key
enough.
energy. He got
It's not enough.
divine God energy now.
It's not
Come on,
enough.
not enough. He's shaking the
No,
universe, dog. What you mean not
not
enough?
enough.
See, you
Goku
probably,
shaking the universe.
you probably talking about Super Saiyan. I mean, you talking about Super Saiyan God, different. You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about Ultra Instinct. I'm going there with it with the silver
It's
head.
not enough. You want to go Ultra Instinct? I
I'm
go
going
Prime Superman.
Prime Superman against Ultra Instinct.
Yeah, yeah, you know who Prime Superman is?
I know,
That's
I
the nigga
know. I'm familiar.
that. Yeah, like we could go, we could do that.
Mhm.
If you want to do list
Nah,
of feet,
you gotta do the blue and white electric Superman.
Oh, he getting washed, bro. No, don't even bring that nigga in. He getting
all right,
washed.
well, we can do the
That
Superman
electric,
that
get
got
that
to
electric
fly
joint out of
away.
here.
We can do the Superman that got to fly away to do a violent sneeze so he don't fuck the whole solar system up.
Nah, man. And y'all talking about Silver Age. Y'all talking
I'm
about these
talking about you
juggling
talking
planets.
about all variations of Goku, right? Let's come on.
Nah, man. You want to talk about overpowered? Nah, you can't bring that one in there. Nobody could beat that version of
Goku was fine. He was sparring with Whis, man. You know what I'm saying?
Superman.
These
Look,
ain't man. I'm telling you, it's not enough. It's not enough for Superman. It's not
look,
enough.
for the audience out there, if you want a full discussion on this Goku versus Superman, let us know, man. We'll set up
I
an
can do it.
episode.
I'm telling you, I
We
can
could do
do
that,
it.
man. We could break it
Now,
down if y'all want that.
because if I'm telling you, if we are doing all feats, and it's only fair, if you're gonna do, you feel me, Ultra Instinct Goku and all of that shit, all right, bet. Then we can do Prime Superman. You feel me?
If you want to bring Superboy Prime, if you want to bring the Golden Superman, y'all, you
I
can
don't
bring
need
that one if you want
I
to.
don't need Superboy Prime is too much. Superboy Prime punched a hole in reality, B. Goku ain't
Level,
punching no
man.
holes
He's
in reality.
universal level that.
Goku ain't punching no holes in reality, man.
You watch the fight with him versus Jiren in the tournament
I,
of power.
what
They
are
were
you talking
shaking the
about? I watched
universe
that fight
apart,
countless times. Not near one of them at any time punched a hole in the universe.
bro. If they would have kept on fighting, they were saying they were commenting during the fight like, "Yo, I felt like
If they would have kept on
they rocking
fighting.
the
If
universe."
they would have kept on fighting. Superboy Prime didn't keep on fighting. He punched a hole in the universe. It wasn't no fight. It was a straight up, you know what? All of this
And
shit.
now, currently, Goku is stronger than that version that you saw. He's currently stronger than that. So,
Goku's not
this could be an
punching
interesting
holes
fight.
in reality, bro.
People in the comments leave. Pick who you think will win between Goku or Superman, all versions.
Pick and let us know if you want a full debate. We'll do it, man. This is fun for us, man.
Yeah.
you know, um, anything we missed so far, man. I feel like we've been kind of covering all of the characters in the movie, some of the plot points. Anything we missed, fellas?
You know, I mean, we touched on you feel me, that last little interaction between Lex and but I don't think we touched on how quickly people turned on Superman when that video came out.
Yeah, that was too quick.
That didn't make no sense. I'm like, dude, he been saving y'all for how long?
Made
And
perfect sense.
somebody put out a message that you don't even know, is this official? And y'all
It made,
turn on this man like that?
it made perfect sense to me. You know why it made perfect sense to me? Because
People are dumb.
Social media.
the fear of the unknown, social media, right? Yeah, what? You know, like it made
Yeah.
perfect sense, but I think it was just messed up. It was just messed up how, and that I think that says a lot in life too, because we take a lot of us, man, we see something on social media, man, we just take that shit for gold, yo, and it's really messing up a lot of culture, yo. It really is. We see
Yeah.
these people having these conversations on these podcasts, right? And we really taking this shit and we applying it to our life. And so far, that shit ain't working. I don't think it's working,
Hmm.
And I think that goes a lot to how we just, oh, gotta be true because it's on TV.
And
We don't
especially it happened right after that he was fighting the kaiju,
Mm-hmm.
and the thing came on, and I'm like, y'all like getting mad at Soup throwing whatever's stuff at him, and he just literally saved everybody standing there. He saved y'all lives,
Yeah.
and y'all
Yo,
turning on him like that.
sidebar, yo. The nuts on the motherfucker that threw a milkshake at Superman, am I right?
Damn.
Like, motherfucker,
Hey yo,
you.
threw a milkshake.
That's what I'm
And
saying. All this whole scene, all this shit unfolded in the span of like 30 seconds. I'm like, damn.
yeah, now
But they on the
imagine if
team. They had to cram everything in the movie.
Brave
exactly,
enough to throw something at Superman?
but imagine if Superman didn't have these morals, and he just said, "Who, you really just threw that at me and went off." Cause,
Yeah.
cause I'm like, bro, he could snap your neck and like that, like. But
Yo,
that
dude,
constant, that goes to show you that he has restraint, man. He's like,
and
okay,
to have restraint with such powers on a day-to-day basis, literally every waking hour, every minute of every day, yo, you feel me? Like he has to be cautious. And damn, what tremendous restraint, yo. Because I'll be honest, I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be able
man,
to do it.
man.
So I didn't like how that was how they switched up on them. You even had the Justice Gang questioning them, and I feel like out of all people, they should be the ones that was a little bit more like, hold up, let's. You feel me?
It was
Like
Yeah,
mostly Atlanta though talking that shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
yeah,
it would have been more impactful if like somebody in the audience said, "Wait, hold up, guys, is this even real?" Like, I wish somebody would have said, "Yo, you sure this is real?"
yeah,
Or hold up,
yeah.
like,
Well, they asked
I
was
know
it
what
real?
y'all heard, but he just saved all of us.
They asked
Like,
was it real on like the news, and it was like, yeah, you feel me? Then Mr. Terrific went and did a scan of it, and it came back authenticated, like
yeah.
authentic. So that I
yeah.
still think that was a crazy. Like, why would you even fuck up the lore like that, yo?
I told you, I think James Gunn saw Invincible. He saw the Viltrumites and was like, "I'm going to do that. Let's make the Kryptonians evil." And I don't know.
Yeah,
I just felt like he saw Invincible and ran with that.
that
You
was
know,
that. And like they had a kind of version of that in Smallville. I watched Smallville when I was growing up, and on that TV show, Jor-El, his pops did tell him to come to Earth to conquer and shit like that. But I don't know. I never liked that either, to be honest.
hold up. I just thought about something. Every Kryptonian that that wasn't caught in an explosion, when they come to Earth, they seem to turn evil pretty fucking fast. They
Because they
seem
were
to get
raised
all
by,
this power, and they're like, "Oh, you guys are ants. I can
they
rule everything."
already they already grown. They already set in their ways. They already jaded to the world. Clark came as a baby and was raised by some good people. You feel me? They You feel me? Like that's like me. Let me wake up tomorrow with Superman powers. I won't be a villain. I won't kill nobody or nothing like that. But yes, I'd probably rob a few banks. You get what I'm saying? You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
you know,
I mean,
like
but then I'm thinking about, is that really that far off? Now I'm really thinking about it. Every Kryptonian that other than Clark that we've seen, other than Clark and his cousin, is pretty
yeah.
much evil. So I don't know if it's that far off, you know.
Power corrupts. Power corrupts, yo, for real. Power corrupts like a motherfucker, yo. Imagine having Superman powers and somebody telling you no.
Ah,
You
No,
feel me? What you mean no?
no. You start laughing like Dr. Doom. Like,
Real, like
no.
no. You know who you talking to, like for real.
yeah.
Oh man.
And then with the powers that we have, we not even really thinking. We think of some off the wall shit just
Yeah,
because we got powers. You feel me? Like on some real shit.
yeah,
Like
you'd be like, I wonder if I could pick up this mountain. I just want to see if I can move it.
fucking
Shit.
up the ecosystem and everything. You
Let me
feel
just
me?
let me just freeze the Atlantic Ocean, man. I want to go ice skating. Let's freeze this whole ocean right here real fast.
We not responsible with our shit. I
You
think that's
know.
why the creator ain't give us no goddamn superpowers. We ain't responsible with this shit at all, man.
Use my X-ray vision, see through some shit.
Yeah, let me
You know what I'm saying?
you know what I'm saying? I feel
Yo, super speed running through the banks.
Yo,
You feel me?
what
If I
y'all
had
think
Wolverine
about
powers, I'd be a boxer.
next Mike Tyson over there? I see you.
Ain't knocking me out. Niggas not even hurting me, B. You feel me?
Shit. It KOs in like 10 seconds. But
I'm
what y'all
smacking the shit out of Mayweather on TV. For real, nigga.
shit. What y'all think about Supergirl when they
I think
in the post credit?
they are her version. It seems that her version is going to be the Supergirl version that was in the Woman of Tomorrow
Yeah, that's yeah.
character arc, because you know she was drunk as fuck. You feel me?
Yeah.
In that whole comic arc and shit like that. So that's pretty cool. I know old girl from that's playing her from House of the Dragon. She played young Rhaenyra Targaryen.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty funny how she called Superman a bitch. You feel me? Like I thought that was funny. That actually made me laugh when she said that. Thanks for watching him, bitch. You know, like
I was like, okay. It caught me a little off guard. I didn't think they would bring the that version of Supergirl in, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm guessing what they're gonna do is they're gonna they're gonna do a redemption arc where
yeah.
he gets, stops drinking, cuts back on that,
Mhm.
gets more serious, and all
Yeah.
right, so I'm looking
I,
forward to that one.
I heard they're doing a Supergirl movie next.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey yo,
So I
I
can't.
don't know how true it is, but they said that they talking about giving Mr. Terrific maybe not a movie, but like a 4 or 5 episode kind of TV show or some shit like that.
Oh, like how they did with the Penguin?
Dude was popular, yo. That played Mr. Terrific. He came out of that movie very popular, for real.
Because you know
Yeah.
what though, I'm glad that this is the. I got my complaints with James Gunn, but I'm glad he put Mr. Terrific
Mm-hmm.
and he showcased what he could really do.
Look what he did with the Guardians. Ain't nobody
Yeah.
know about the Guardians of the Galaxy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he took a C tier team and made them popular,
Yep.
And I like that he did, he took Guy Gardner, made him relevant again, made Mr. Terrific popular again.
Yeah.
And I'm interested to see what they're gonna do with that character, man. Now if they end up
Nicholas Holt, Luther to play Beast. You know what
mhm,
I'm saying?
yeah,
You know the Superman robot, the female one, the one that was new.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was Mantis in Guardians of the
Yeah,
Galaxy.
that was Mantis. Yep.
Mm. Okay, see, I saw he show love, man. You know, he bring a lot of people he work with, man. Like, yo,
No, this is nitpicking. That scene was kind of weird to me. Like, he
Superman daddy,
hmm?
Superman dad, not Kent, but his real daddy that was in the message.
That was what's his name?
Bradley
Hang on.
Cooper, Rocket
Yeah,
Raccoon.
yeah,
Rocket Raccoon. Yeah, yep. Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
another
Um,
nod.
but that scene with the robot, right? When they bringing him in, and he thanking him, and they was like, "Yo, you ain't gotta thank me. You feel me? I'm a robot. I ain't got no blah blah." But then, he look at the other robot, and she like, "Oh my god, he looked at me. Like, ain't that
Yeah.
fucking emotion? Like, what the fuck?"
I thought that was funny, man. I like
Yeah.
that. I like that each robot kind of got its own personality a little.
Yeah,
It's
oh
funny.
yeah, I guess when you put it like that, because it was like in complete contrast to what he just said. Like, seriously.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, man. It's like, okay, I see what y'all doing. See what y'all
Yo.
doing.
And
Did
then
y'all
what
catch
was
that Easter egg? Where they put Gotham City on that
Yep.
exit sign.
oh yeah.
Yep. Best
Uh,
believe I saw that.
Man,
It was not Gotham City this way and Keystone City that way.
yeah. So I'm like, oh, we got the Flash, we got Batman. Okay,
Yo.
okay.
So
So I'm liking, what I'm seeing.
can't
They
you
had
see
people,
Delaware from New York?
huh?
Hmm.
Can you see Delaware from New York?
I don't think so. No, I can see
Nah,
Jersey from New York.
You can see Jersey.
Yeah.
yeah, you can see Jersey.
I asked because Metropolis is supposed to be in Delaware. So if you look
Um,
across the water in Gotham City across the water, what's
yeah.
across from Delaware? I thought New York was.
Nah, I don't think New York comes from Delaware.
That's an
Like,
interesting. Yo, I'm gonna look that up, man. Look that
you
Hold
up,
on.
know,
man.
if you're in Delaware looking across the water, what state is that? Anybody in the comments put it in there. You know, any geography heads, you
Delaware.
know, because that's how Gotham City is to Metropolis. That's how far it is. You know what I mean? Just across the water.
Mm.
It's Jersey. Jersey is across from Delaware.
Okay.
So Gotham is basically Jersey.
And that
Okay,
makes a lot of fucking sense.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Makes a whole lot of sense right there, yo. Shout out to
See,
Jersey.
All right. So, anything last thoughts before we give it a rating?
um, great movie. I give my last thoughts in my rating. How about that?
Okay. All right. Let's. You want to start it on Mom? How many popcorn bags you giving Superman?
Oh man, I'm gonna get that joint a 3.8. Not quite a 4, but close to it.
Okay.
Only because, like I said earlier, they would have gave me a little bit more backstory. And I know it's been done to death, but if you're gonna restart this and reboot this, you could have gave me just a little bit. It don't gotta be 10, 15 minutes of the movie. Just give me a little bit. Because at least
Yeah,
in Fantastic Four, they had a little news flash, John, or something. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But
Okay.
overall, still a good movie besides that, though.
Hmm. All right, John. What you? How many popcorn bags you giving Superman?
Hmm. I'm gonna go ahead and give it the 4.
4.
Um,
Okay.
I can't give it 5 because it's not a 5 movie to me. You feel me? I reserve my 5s. But I went into this movie as a Superman fan, and I still am a Superman fan after coming out of the movie. I think my favorite thing about that movie was it really gave me a nostalgic feeling of the cartoon. the old cartoons and stuff like that. It really did. I like how Superman portrayed his humanity, even though that was what he was pretty much on trial for. At some points in the movie, it was Lex's whole motivation, but I like how at the end, pretty much show that he been one of us all along. I think Lex Luthor's portrayal is top tier. He's my favorite Lex, and he is my favorite Lex for all of the reasons I stated earlier. But like I said, he kept his foot on his through the whole movie. His only goal, every scene, was screwing Superman over. He never had his personal scene to himself. You feel me? Whether he was indulging, whether he was, you feel me, sleeping or whatever, he never had a personal scene to himself. Every scene, Lex was dedicated and doing something to take Superman down. And I just love that. That's Lex Luthor to me. Justice Gang, I rocked with them. All of them, like I said, Mr. Terrific stole the show. On Gargano, great comic relief, especially with the fingers, how he just nonchalantly was, I rock with that. But yeah, Paul, on some real shit. I fucked with Superman and I rocked with James Gunn.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna give this one. I'm gonna give it a three popcorn bags. I felt like I didn't like the music and certain parts of the movie. I felt like the music was misplaced. The punk rock just just didn't mesh well with Superman. Just didn't click with me. Um, I didn't like the fact that this movie kind of downplayed Superman's intellect as a Kryptonian. Kryptonians are highly intelligent. I felt like he could have used it. There were certain parts where I felt like he could have outsmarted Lex. Because usually when it comes down in the comics, Superman never beats Lex with brawn. He usually outsmarts him in a way, and it's like it frustrates Lex even more because he's like, "Damn, he's beating me at my own game in this arena too." So I felt like that was another knock. I felt like, I mean, I get that this is a young version of Superman, so to speak, but they could have played up his intellect a little bit more. Um, Still a good movie though. I'll watch it again, but you know, there was just a couple things holding it back from being a 4 out of 5 for me, but I give it a 3. Still solid. But I still
We
want to see
forgot,
what they got down the line.
we forgot about Metamorpho.
Metaphor, yeah, he was in the movie, but
I
I
like how
really
I like how his powers was portrayed, even when he was helping with the war and stuff like that. That was pretty cool. I hope they do something more with him in the future in some of these movies.
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's what they're setting up. Um with the pocket dimension and all this stuff, I feel like that's where they're going. Maybe they're setting up Dark Side, maybe they're setting up Brainiac down the line, but I'm interested to see what they're gonna do. You know,
Hmm.
so
Yeah.
so there you have it, folks. I'm at a 3. Brother Mar here, he had a 3.8. John here is at a 4. So it's a good watch, man. And we're gonna come with Fantastic Four next. We're gonna cover that one in episode 6. So look out for that one.